and welcome back to my channel. In this episode we're going to do another painting. I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm starting with first on doing the sketches with the iPad, working on Procreate, just for the sketch. And then I transfer the sketch, make it on hardboard, a wooden board like, and then I start with acrylics and then with oil painting. As subject matter, it's going to be a little bit different from the other episodes. As some of you might know, I live in a small island actually. It's called Malta. It's in the middle of the Mediterranean, close to Sicily and Italy. And being a small country, most of the time, as other countries, when you have a small country, we lack in sports, especially football or soccer. So that's one of the disadvantages of living in a small country. You don't have that much of where to choose from players for the national team. We never had good results for when we go into competitions, and so the subject that I was going to tackle today is how can we, like a small country, ever win something in a football match, in a football tournament. And my imagination runs wild, and I was thinking that maybe the only way of getting good results is instead of playing with human players, we have like cyborgs, like Terminator, like in different Terminator, something like that. Half human and half machine. I have to say as well that I am very influenced with our culture, because although Malta's very, very small country, it's one of the smallest countries in the European Union, it is very, very rich in history as well, though. And that is I can say that my inspiration, the most inspiration that I get for drawing and painting. My subject is I really like to make my subjects are fantasy, obviously, as you might know, but most of the time I start with something which is historical Maltese, and then obviously I pump it up with my imagination, and this one is one of them. This painting that we're going to see today. As a subject, it isn't the first time that I had done this one, the day of the player of CYBORG. I had a solo exhibition way back in 2006 at St. James Cavalier here in Malta and Valletta. It was about, as well, fantasy art combined with historical times, which have to do with Malta. And I had made an interpretation of that one. This is the painting that I had done way back. This one actually, it was in 2003. The exhibition was in 2006, but this one I had drawn it in 2003. Obviously, I saw some mistakes that I had made in this painting, so I redrew it. I repainted it actually. So it's almost 22 years that I had done this one. So it's a good thing that I have seen lots of amendments that I can make and improve on what I have done. If you don't find any mistakes or amendments that you can make or improvements you can make on artworks that you have done long time ago and you still see them right, you have a problem, I can say, because you learn from your mistakes. So first of all, for the new one that I have made recently, I changed the composition. I made it more dynamic. And this one is a little bit too stale. It is the figure is too standing. There is no action in the composition, especially for fantasy art. one of the reasons and one of the fulcrums of doing fantasy art is that your art has to be a little bit of dynamic. It has to be dynamic. The compositions have to be dynamic. Also, this time I used another medium. I used professional oil paints. Here I started like always with acrylics. I still do. But for this painting I had used, at that time I used water-based oils, which at that time they worked for me. But with time I had realized that the oil paints, the actual oil paints, are much better. But I was working mostly on acrylics, and it was like a diversion. I was trying to learn a little bit of oils, and I started with oil-based, water-based oils. Basically, I tried water-based oils because I always thought that drawing with oils, the actual oils, they smell a lot, and I'm quite sensitive for quite heavy smells. But right now, I don't feel it that much. Basically, I don't use turpentine. So that is a good cause for using oils. I wash my brushes with Sansador, which are of Winsor and Newton as well, and I use for mixing oils. I use the Queen. Now the Queen, there are the traditional one, the oil. I use the for fine detail. There's another one for fine detail. So yes, yeah, I learned a lot from this one. Although I see it today, it's not bad. But even, for example, just to give you an idea, the anatomy, although some parts they're not that bad, I learned a lot about anatomy from this time, especially, for example, the knee, even the muscles here. So I made some improvements on it. So yes, for this episode I'm going to show you how I usually work. As I said, starting from sketching on the iPad and then transferring my work on hardboard and working in acrylics first and then oils. Hope you enjoy the walkthrough, and if you have any questions or whatever, just send them down in the comments below. See you after the presentation. Thanks. episode. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, so in the near future I can show you much more work other paintings that I can do. Also I will use other mediums, and I will guide you on how I work on other mediums. See you in the next episode, and thank you for watching this episode.